Welcome, fourth graders, to Lesson 11 in poetry. Today we are going to be looking at poetic language. First, notice we've got two columns here. One side is going to be ordinary language, the way that you talk on an everyday basis. And then we're going to take that phrase or sentence and see if we can make it into a poetic language. For example, the kids kept jumping up to say more ideas. It's an okay sentence, kind of even good visual, but what if instead we said, ideas are popcorning about the classroom? Oof, that's pretty good. That makes me get a picture of everybody popping up and down with their ideas. Next one, when I get to school early, the classroom is quiet. How about when I get to school early, the classroom is asleep? They're pretending that the classroom is personified, like it's alive instead of not alive. That's awesome. How about the sky is blue? Could we say that better? Well, let's look. The sky is like a blue ocean. Remember our lesson on similes? Instead of just saying the sky is blue, the sky is blue like the ocean. Beautiful. How about when I draw, I make pictures of dragons and castles? Okay. How about castles and dragons live in my pencil? Ooh, that's a great visual. I love that. It makes me think that my pencil is holding all the ideas. How about the clouds are puffy and white? The clouds are like marshmallows. Okay. That's even better than puffy and white. Next one. How about the wind makes the classroom door shut loudly? Well, instead of the wind makes the classroom door shut loudly, what about the wind slams the classroom door? We changed here from talking about the wind as an inanimate object, not alive, to the wind that has a personality, saying that the wind could actually slam the classroom door, which we know that it can't, but it's much more poetic to say that the wind slammed the classroom door. We line up to go down the hall. Could we make that sound any more poetic? Ooh, there was another one for the wind slamming the door. Sorry about that. The door crashes closed like a drum. I like that too. How about we line up like a choo-choo train? That's a lot more visual. Or we snake down the hall in our line. Love it. Instead of we line up to go down the hall, we snake down the hall in our line. That's pretty awesome. That's major poetic language. So at this point in the video, you're going to pause me and you're going to go to your, let me go to our poetry lesson, lesson 11. And you're going to try this on your own. Yeah, we have some on here that we just did together, and that's okay. I still want you to come up with your own, however. So, for example, we've got a couple that we did together. And we did this one, but you can come up with a lot of different ways to say the clouds are puffy and white on your own. So I want you to write that over here. We line up to go down the hall. We did that with a couple, but you could come up with something different. Don't do the snake. Try to come up with something of your own that you could compare lining up to go down the hall. That would be more poetic. I ran to the swing set. What would be a better way to say I ran to the swing set? And the students keep telling me all their ideas. What would be a better way to say the students keep telling me all their ideas? So pause here and you're going to go to page 3 and fill in these 3 boxes and then come back and turn on the audio or the video here. All right, welcome back. Let's go back to our lesson. I hope you guys had some really great ideas on there on how to make words more poetic. So let's look at an example of a poem that has words that are more poetic. The moon is like the sun, but the sun comes out in the morning. The moon comes out in the night. So this one has that simile, that comparison. Could this be better? Yeah. We could be a lot better, but this still has a nice simile and it has a good visual. Now let's look at this poem with lots of visuals, lots of poetic language. Ready to listen to it with me and whisper read along. Mom says, gotta do my homework. I sit at the table and I try, but the earth's gravity keeps pulling me right off my seat into the hot lava and I melt. Now first off, is there really heavier gravity down below your chair when you're doing your homework? No, but what a great poetic way to say it. And then if it's pulling you off your seat, are you really going to land in some hot lava? No, but it's very poetic, and it makes us think about how hard it is to stay seated when you're doing your homework and you want to just fall off your chair and go onto the floor. Keep reading. I'm melting faster than a popsicle. Look at that great simile. On a hot day, so hot. Jude, Mom yells. I hear her, but she's so far away. Jude, get back up here. Lava disappears. Homework to do. So can you do that today? Can you try to write a poem that is being very poetic? So you're going to go now back to where you were a moment ago in your poetry lessons, and you're now going to go to page 4. It'll still say lesson 11. Sorry, I have it too big. Let me go down. Well, it's underneath lesson 11 where you just did this chart. It'll be the next page where it says your comparison poem. We're just calling that because you're being poetic. I should have put your more poetic poem up there, would have been better, but let's see what you can do. So remember your example here of this poem about homework and how it's so hard to sit there and do your homework without feeling like you just want to fall off the table and melt into the hot lava. Think of a story like that, but be poetic in your writing. Make sure that you change your sentences. Go through every sentence you write and think, can I write that better? Can I write that more poetic, more visual? All right, good luck today, guys.